And can you talk a little bit about when you're leading your seminars and you come to the end of them, the aspect of leading people to buy? Because I think that moment of when somebody says they're ready or they're almost ready to buy, that's where people kind of don't know what to do. So what do you do in that situation when somebody's just about ready to sign up?
All right, well, it goes always back, the underlying I guess feeling again is the person needs to know that you so believe in these products, which of course if you're on them you would. So that's the number one thing. Secondly is not to get nervous when we're starting to ask people for their credit cards, because people freeze up. For some reason we don't like asking people for money. And so what I always tell people is what you want to realize is, number one, get connected to why you're actually wanting them to buy the products, because you want to help them with some health issue or just whatever it is. I actually cannot, like, this is the feeling for me, I can't wait till I get to the end of the seminar, because that's where I can actually ask them to buy, because then once they buy, they get on the products, and that's what I want them to do. So I'm like, let's get through all the education so I can actually ask you for your credit card and get the products into you. So that's the number one, is to really connect why do you want them to buy. And then secondly, know that people will spend money on something with the money that they have. So it could be Starbucks lattes, it could be things that just aren't good for them. They're going to spend their money on something. It also could be other supplements that aren't as good. And so I always believe that you have a certain amount of money to spend, and I want you to spend it where you're going to get your biggest bang for the buck as well. So that's the other thing too. And then thirdly, when I'm actually talking to them, I'm always asking them, okay, what's good for your budget? And I'll give them options. So it's never that I'm forcing them to do one product because I'm going to make more money. I'll just say, what's going to be better for your budget, the essentials or the My Health Pack? Is it better, can you do the Biomega as well? You know, is there another, can you afford to add this on? And oftentimes, even people that I think can afford it, they're usually like, no, I want to do the My Health Pack, it's so much more convenient. I'm always amazed. Someone will bring a guest and they'll say to me, you know, my cousin doesn't have a lot of money, and she's the one that buys the My Health Pack, the reset, the everything. So you never assume as well. But I just always try to meet them with where they're at. And let's say if they're going through an order form and they're not circling anything, I'll sit down and I'll say just very quietly to them, if it's a budget issue, let me show you what's the most important. And then oftentimes it wasn't even a budget issue, they just wanted some more explanation. So I guess to kind of wrap it up, obviously being really congruent about the products ourselves. Number two, connecting with why we want to get them on the products. That takes away our fear of asking for money. And then thirdly, meeting them where they're at. You know, what's good for your budget? Answering questions. And then oftentimes the person can surprise you, and they actually, and don't assume. I guess that's the fourth thing. Don't assume that they don't have the money or the interest. Just ask good questions.
That's great. Exactly. Asking good questions. And that's something we've been really instilling in all of our articles, is asking and really caring what's going on with somebody. And you described that really beautifully.
And there's one more thing I learned early on that so helped me, is to ask a question and then just wait for the response. Like so often we don't like the silence, so then we'll fill it in with more stuff. Like, okay, let me ask you, is what's going to be better for your budget? And then instead of waiting, I'm like, but you know, you really should do this one. So just let them just be really comfortable with silence and let them come to you. And don't be scared to ask the questions that are in your head, so you can kind of explode that bomb up front and then have this beautiful dialogue and then meet them where they're at.
That's beautiful. This is such great information. I think everyone's really going to benefit from hearing that from you, because you really have been such an example of how to do that and how to incorporate the health and the business together, which is so beautiful, and really rocket both of them. So thank you so much, Carmen.
You're welcome.
Hi, this is Robert